What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Bravo and Blaze. I'm your host, Jenny Blaze, still unhinged, still blazed. And yes, we are live across the internet: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. We've got a lot of mess to discuss. So let's break it down. We have Love Island USA. First of all, the Islanders had to take care of fake babies, and I hated every single second of it. But then the real plot twist of it all, Cierra left the villa for personal reasons, quote unquote. Although fans have dug up problematic tweets that may tell a different story, and we'll get into that. Also, we had Below Deck. We've officially hit Boatman's hookup number 3. That's right, number 3. This crew is not wasting any time, and I warned you all, the floodgates were opening, and they are open, wide open. We also had the McBee Dynasty. We finally met the matriarch of the McBee family, and Mama McBee did not come to play. The family dynamics just leveled up, and I'm fully invested in this farm-fed chaos. Not because I like them. Let's just be clear. Just take note of that. We'll talk about it in more detail in a little bit. We're doing this loud, fueled by Rise, mushroom coffee, lit by Mad Labs, and unfiltered while fully blazed. I have a quick disclaimer. This is all commentary, not gospel, not investigative journalism. These are my unfiltered opinions based on public information, wild speculation, and straight up witchy vibes. Be cool. Don't be all like uncool. We have Luann here to monitor, and she's wearing DJ Meredith Marks bangs. Yeah, that's right. Before we dive in, the live chat is wide open. Wait, actually, did I turn on? There we go. You can actually see the live chat comments on the screen, but you can take part yourself by just joining our chat. I see someone that's already in here now. Adulting by default. Hi. Hello. Okay, I lost my spot in my notes. Okay, drop your Bravo takes, your Love Island theories, and your Below Deck hookup bets. Follow at Bravo and Blaze on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Facebook, and Twitch, wherever you scroll. Subscribe to YouTube at Jenny Blaze and click the bell button so you never miss the live stream chaos. If you want the behind the scenes unfiltered receipts, join the inner circle at patreon.com/Bravo and Blaze. Get on the email list at bravoandblaze.com for exclusive drops and updates. And of course, if you want to Bravo and Blaze at home, oh my God, here it is. You can grab your own Bravo and Blaze later at bravoandblaze.com. Showing TikTok over there. What else? And of course, if you want a Bravo and Blaze, or if you want exclusive updates, did I say that already? Sign up for our newsletter at bravoandblaze.com. All right. Grab your cart, your tea, your questionable opinions. Let's spark it, sip it, and let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is talk about what to watch. And I've been hyping these up already in the last few live streams. Go check out my interviews with Wale Alesh from Bravo's Love Hotel and Imral Hassan from Summer House Season 9. I had great conversations with them, and you should definitely go check them out. Let's get to the good stuff. Well, I don't know. Is this good stuff? I don't love Love Island, but I'm watching it. I'm on this journey, and it's so weird. But let's talk about it. Okay, first, we're going to start off with July 3rd, which was Thursday, and it was episode 27. We're going to go from episode 27 to 31. I just put up my tweets because there's too much going on. This is the best way for me to keep on track. But I couldn't believe it. We're on episode 27. When did Hannah leave? Because Pepe still was talking about Hannah in episode 27. Dude, she's been gone. hanging out with Charlie. Don't forget, when we left off, everyone was kind of hating Zach because of how he treated Amaya, the fan fave. And they had that whole blowout where she was like, shut the fuck up, blah, blah, I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear your voice. She walked away, and he asked if he could pull her for a chat. And she said yes. I was like really shocked by that. And I was like, wow, if that was me, I would have been like, sorry, dude, not with that haircut. I'm sorry. I'm going to give this haircut a lot of shit today because it's been bothering me since he first came on, but like nobody was saying anything. And then I watched to see if anyone would say anything on social media. Nobody was saying anything. So I'm like, why isn't anyone saying anything to Zach? Like, why did he choose? That was a choice. He chose that haircut. And who gave it to him? I need to talk to them. Oh, wait, no, this is when they had the blowout. This is when she said to Zach, you're an extremely odd individual, and I do not want to fucking talk to you ever again. Fuck off. Shut the fuck up. Bloop. She said that. Okay, so again, this is my first season of Love Island, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And somebody said that they're going to read our tweets. Don't forget, I'm reading off my live tweets. I live tweet. That's what I like to do. I didn't know that the producers were like going through them and trying to use them for additional content. This just took that whole idea, and the thought of that really took things to a different level for me. I was like, wait a second. I asked for this when I first started watching. I was like, oh, I wish I could like tell Oleandria that I love her or something. I wanted to be able to communicate with them, but not in this way. Like, I didn't know they were going to read our tweets and pick out like mean ones. That's what I was told by somebody in DMs. And I was like, what? That is awful. Why would they do that? I mean, I guess it depends. I don't know. I haven't experienced that, but I thought we were going to see that on this season, but that's not what happened. Anyways, this challenge got out 5 people. I know in my tweet I said 4, but it was 5 people. And I was like relieved. I felt like this sense of everyone was getting upset. Like, oh my God, all these people are leaving. Like, what are you talking about? There's like 30 people in this house. Why are there so many people here? I don't even know everyone's names. Still kind of. And I feel bad about it because I'm like, wait, who is Amaya paired up with again? I don't remember his name. But I'm glad that they got rid of some, because also I didn't know that this show is ending soon. The finale is on Sunday, I guess. And I don't get it still. I'm like, what is this show? Why does it exist? What is the purpose of this show? It's so bizarre. Again, why was I told they were going to read tweets about themselves? Like, what is going on? And I guess my understanding is that this season of Love Island USA is not the norm, I guess, is my understanding from what people are saying. I don't know. Someone actually posted, I feel bad for people who are watching Love Island for the first time. It might have been Hollaback Cards. I love them on Instagram, by the way. They were like, I feel bad for new watchers because they're getting robbed. Like, the season sucks. And I was like, thank you, because I feel like this is crazy. But I do like observing how production moves, and they have a whole social media strategy. Like, they post the first looks, and then they have, they post during the episode, then they post after the episode. And after this episode, because we had a vote for our favorite and for our favorite girl and our favorite boy, but I didn't know like what I was doing. I did vote, but I didn't know like how that was going to impact anything. And Andrina, TJ, Grayson, I didn't even know who Grayson is. Austin and Jaden, they all left. And I thought it was funny because the way that they did it, like they had us vote for like who our favorites were. And so that left people in the bottom because of a lack of votes. But we didn't actually like vote for them and say like we hate them or like we want them out. We just said who we liked the most. And then they on the show played these weird games where the Islanders had to vote for who they wanted to stay. And then they post this post after the episode, and their caption says, as a result of your votes, Andrina, TJ, Grayson, Austin, and Jaden are leaving the villa tonight. I could not believe that they posted that. I was like, what is going on? They are guilt tripping the audience now? That is so diabolical. Who are these producers? We need an investigation. Like, who is calling the shots? What is their motive? What is their goal? I need to know, like, all the behind the scenes. Not paid by anyone said, you better feel bad for me. This is my first and last time I watch, right? I don't know if I'm going to watch again. I kind of want to watch season 6 because everyone's saying that is like the best season. But I feel like with Love Island, you kind of have to watch it real time to get the full experience because you have, first of all, the show is airing live. So that's one major reason, but also like all the social media interactions, they play into how this show ends up, and like it's very interactive. So I don't understand the show still. I'm so confused. Adulting by Default said, I've never watched and I'm staying up to date through your post because Love Island has too much going on for me to take on a responsibility like that at this time in my life. Seriously, I'm like, this is like a lifestyle. This is not your normal viewing. This feels kind of like we're watching someone. This is like Twitch for adults who have not been brought up with technology the way that the new generation has. Like the Kai Sinet streamers, live streamers, they just come from a different experience, I feel like, growing up. And for us, that's like foreign to us. So having this interactive gaming experience is kind of like adult versions of Twitch, in my opinion. All right, let's move on. We have way more to talk about. Let's go on to the Friday episode, 4th of July, July 4th, episode 28. Oh, I have the mini episode descriptions. For episode 27, it said the Islanders learn how America ranks them in a game of Hate to Burst Your Bubble. That game was weird, and I didn't even understand what they were doing. It was boring. I wasn't into it. Friday, episode 28, following the fallout from learning what America thinks about them, the villa plays Crashing Out. That was also a weird game. Why do they have to roll around in a ball pit and make out? I just don't understand. And then like putting your head in this little cutout and saying like what your like biggest crash out is, and then getting hit in the face with a pie. It was just so, it was pretty lame, in my opinion. I'm like, why are we doing this? I felt like Ball Rudd from Wet Hot American Summer. And yes, I'm back to roasting Zach's haircut because he went to go apologize to Maya, and I'm sorry, I just cannot hear anything that he says because his haircut is way too loud for me. I can't hear anything. I can't pay attention to anything. If I was there, the first thing I'd say is like, so that haircut was a choice. Can you explain? I might even like be like, hold on, can I just let me? I would ask him if I could maybe comb it a little bit. Oh gosh. Zach's haircut's so bad. Also, don't forget Amaya. Everyone was like hating on Amaya. They're all attacking her, not knowing that America loves her. Then they find out, and now they're all coming after her, like, "Oh, can I pull a chat? Or can I pull you for a chat?" It's like, ugh, these people make me sick. They all want Amaya now because she's a fan favorite. Gosh. Okay, I'm moving on to the next one. Well, Saturday was After Sun, episode 29. I watched it kind of, but I wasn't really paying attention. Ariana did give another warning, so everyone needs to chill out. And like, I've been saying this, I always say this. It's weird to me that like people feel so angry that they want to contact the person that they're watching on TV and just say something mean or negative to them. Like, I have never gotten that mad, even at Tom Sandoval. I would never have felt like during Scandival, I would have never been like, yeah, let's go give them a piece of our mind. Like, no, I'm not involved in this. I'm just watching. But I have my thoughts. And I also don't like, I feel bad for Schwartz and Sandy's a little bit because Tom Sandoval really did like basically destroy that business. And people were at the time, they were writing bad reviews. Like, that is too far for me. And I guess somebody called CPS on Huda. Like, what? Are you guys okay? Stop it. That's insane. Gosh. Anyways, okay, let's go to this episode. On Sunday, July 6th, one islander finds themselves unexpectedly single before Ariana Madix returns to host a recoupling. So this is when we find out that Cierra is gone. Chris and Huda are in a couple at the beginning of this episode. Well, they still are. But it was weird. Their whole interaction, he's like, they're trying to like each other, I feel like, but the chemistry is kind of weird. And he tries to like make jokes, and his jokes were just so bad. That would have been a deal breaker for me, I think. If a guy started telling me those kinds of jokes, I would be like, this is never going to work out. I don't know what's worse, Chris's jokes or Zach's haircut. Oh my gosh, not paid by anyone said Ryan Bailey described Zach as the Asian Sandoval. Why is he the Asian Sandoval? Oh my God, that's kind of funny. I may have to go listen to that. Okay, so this is when the narrator, he goes, Cierra has left the villa due to a personal situation. Okay. For people who aren't on social media, which if you're watching this show and you're not on social media, I like don't understand you at all because this is like a very interactive thing. But we know why she left, and it wasn't, I mean, I guess you could consider it a personal situation, but we'll get into that in a little bit. I just thought that like the whole thing was kind of crazy at the time when I was watching this because I only saw one of the posts that she got in trouble for, and we'll get to it soon. But also, since that happened, since people started digging up on Cierra, people have also dug up stuff on Huda. And there's like a video of her lip singing, and the song that she's singing has the N-word, and she like mouthed it. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's probably that means she has to go next. Like, how long do we keep going? And like, is this how the producers want it to be? Because maybe they should like vet the people. Be like, this is our cast. We're going to give you like 1 week to go try and dig up whatever you can on them, and we'll proceed from there. Because like, obviously whoever's casting them isn't catching these things. And how would they? These are like, I can't believe how obsessed everyone is. These are like, the things they're finding are videos that are so old. posts that are from, I think with Cierra, like from 2015, like 10 years ago. And I'm not excusing anyone's behavior, by the way. Like, and I do like that Love Island has hard rules, but I kind of feel like we need to have a better way of handling these situations, because how are you going to have this show going for like 2 months, airing real time, and people getting taken off because of old stuff on their social media? Like, that part needs to happen before they start the game, I think. And maybe they just need to let people go dig. I don't know. How do we do this? What do we do? This show is bananas. Also, like I said, I can't even really absorb and like, I can't retain any information because Zach's haircut is too loud for me. I really cannot pay attention to anything. All these thoughts are going through my head. Like, when did he get this haircut for the first time? Who was there? Who told him it was good? Was it like high fashion for a fashion shoot? That I can maybe understand, but like, is this a normal thing? I don't know. Oh, I like this. Not paid by anyone said Bravo should take a page from the Love Island playbook. One set of rules across the board. Yeah, I do like that Love Island is staying consistent with how they treat everyone, because I don't think one person should get a pass. There shouldn't be double standards. But like I said, I wish that we didn't have to go through this like in real time. And I'm concerned for the Islanders' eyesight, because they obviously don't see Zach's crazy ass haircut. What the fuck? Finally, this week though, I saw some people finally speaking out about it. I was like, thank God it's not me. And even right here, look, the two guys that got out. Right here was a perfect opportunity to do your boy Zach a solid. Look, Elon is looking in the mirror. Zach's looking in the mirror. He's fixing his hair. Elon's looking at him like, ugh. Dude, this was a perfect opportunity to say something. Do you hate him? They must all hate him. Zach, I wouldn't do that to you. I would say something. So yeah, because Sierra's gone, Nick doesn't have anyone. Oh, I did hear that when TJ got out, I heard that Iris wanted to quit also, but like the producers convinced her not to or something. So I wonder if the same situation went down with Nick and Cierra, because he obviously looked upset and like I don't know if he's upset that Cierra was gone. I don't know if it was like he was sad that he lost his girlfriend. Was that his girlfriend? Does closed off mean that you call each other boyfriend, girlfriend? What does that mean? Because she got kicked out. I mean, technically, if that was my boyfriend, I'd be like, you better fucking come with me, asshole. But he didn't. And I don't know if that was his choice or if he was like somehow convinced to stay. But Nicolandria's back. Is so bugged up. Okay, here's the stuff that started coming out. So first, while Cierra was in the villa, she had her friend MJ, apparently, managing her social media for her. And they were doing a really good job. And people noticed, even before the scandal came out, people noticed that Cierra was doing such a good job on this show and with her PR. And they're like, they like studied this show. And somebody even showed a side by side of Cierra repeating a line that somebody had said from season 6. So, and she had like a Love Island birthday theme or Love Island themed birthday party or something. So I think maybe that's why people were getting like going hard on her and trying to dig up dirt or whatever. I don't know. I don't have time to go through people's content like that. I just wait for other people to do it and I look at it. But let's see. This is MJ wrote this. So I guess they don't have access to social media when they're on the island. So all these hate comments are going to Cierra's account, and MJ, her friend, is reading them. And I saw this on Glorified Gossip Girly on Instagram. She wrote, "Hi guys, I see your comments concerning someone I love and care about. I want to be clear that I do not condone racism, bigotry, or hate in any way, shape, or form, nor was I aware of the recent screenshots until they were posted. I discovered it at the same time as all of you did. I cannot speak for anybody or make any statements besides my own, and decided to take a step back from running her account. Ooh. I was asked by her family to turn off comments and refrain from speaking on her behalf. This situation has been really difficult, and I'm still processing everything." Glorified Gossip Girlie wrote, "The person running Cierra's account finally posted about the controversy over her using a slur." I'm like seeing all the fallout happen before I'm seeing what the actual offense was. So I'm like, damn, what did she do? Then I saw this on The Reality Bitch. Cierra's family even posted and made a statement on her account. Let's see if I can read this. Oh, God. "As Cierra's parents, this has been one of the most painful weeks of our lives." Jesus Christ. What are you guys doing? We've seen the posts, the headlines, the hurt, and the hate. And while Cierra hasn't seen any of it yet, we have, and so have the people who love her. Sorry, I'm like slow reading this, but it's so tiny I can barely see. "We're not here to justify or ignore what's surfaced. We understand why people are upset, and we know accountability matters. But what's happening online right now has gone far beyond that. The threats, the cruel messages, the attacks on her family, her friends, even her supporters. It's heartbreaking, it's uncalled for, and no one deserves that kind of hate, no matter what mistake they've made." I do agree with that. Like, I don't think we should be like trying to harm people. I know that we can be triggered and we're sensitive and what we feel matters, but that doesn't give us permission to hurt others. Um, and I'm not condoning anyone's behavior, but let's see, hold on. While Cierra is not in the villa anymore, she is still away. She hasn't had the chance to process any of this or speak for herself. But we know our daughter, we know her heart, and when she returns, we believe she'll face this with honesty, growth, and grace. While she'll always be our little girl, she's also a woman, one who will take responsibility in her own time and her own voice. Until then, we're simply asking for compassion, for patience, for basic human decency, not just for her, but for everyone caught in the middle of this. Thank you for those who've continued to show love, even when it's not easy. With love, her family." What the hell are you guys doing? Oh my God. I mean, like, I get it. We can be angry, but we don't have to go that far. Yeah, Max knows this is too much. Nobody is perfect. Yeah, and I thought we canceled cancel culture. Like, I thought that people are allowed to make mistakes and grow. And wait, we'll get to. Here's the post. Okay, so the first one I saw is from It's a Bravo World. And I don't know when this took place, what year it was, but I don't think it was recent. Cierra posted, "Botox isn't for everyone, but I love it for me. I am incredibly expressive with my face, and I catch myself frowning for no reason throughout the day when I'm focusing on something or thinking too hard. LOL. I can also be a little," there's a slur, "when I laugh/smile. So I love getting a mini brow lift to open up my eyes and get that snatch look. This is not me encouraging, but more so sharing." I think I read this last time. So when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, like obviously this is not good. And anyone who's public and posts content should be aware of these kinds of things. But I kind of feel like this instance initially, so for the record, I am half Asian, I'm half Korean and half white. So when I saw this, I was like, you know what? This doesn't feel like malicious. Like it didn't feel like it's definitely wrong and not okay. I don't think it was like in a malicious way though. And I don't know, I just felt like it was more ignorant. I guess I'm more willing to give people grace because growing up biracial, I have full white extended family. My cousins, my aunts, my uncles, that whole side. Then I have full Korean extended family. And I've seen like my white side be ignorant and say things they shouldn't say. But I know them and I know that they weren't saying anything to be malicious and it was more out of ignorance and I just had to teach them. Same goes with my Korean side. They have said things out of ignorance towards white people. So that's why for me, I'm like, sometimes I have to look at each instance individually to make an assessment. And like when I looked at this one, I was like, I feel like this is just ignorant. Okay. And that was just my opinion in that moment. But then I just saw this yesterday, I think. So I saw this on the Shade Room. And this other post from 2015, so this is 10 years ago, she posted a picture of herself and she wrote, the caption says, "Still slur even at the top." That's when I was like, whoa, okay, wait a second. What the hell does that even mean? Like, what is she trying to say? That I didn't feel good. So I was like, okay, I don't like this. And she does have to say something about this, I think. However, I was talking to someone in DMs and like I said, I give people grace. Like I want to understand their mindset before I just be like, you're canceled. But so I guess Cierra is half Puerto Rican and somebody in DM said that they're Puerto Rican and they use the word chunky for I'm not good at explaining this because this is secondhand information, but they were saying like maybe she meant chunky and I don't know. And Max said it too. Maybe she meant chunky. I don't know. There she is. La Dama Marcano. Yes. So I don't know all the details of that. I am open to hearing more about it though, because I really don't like cancel culture. Like I think that people can learn, they can grow, they can do better. And I'm not saying she should have stayed on the show because if that's a rule that Love Island has, that's the rule and you got to go. Bye. But also, I need to know, did they know this before they go on the show? Like, has this happened before? Because if Cierra's a big fan before she even went on the show, shouldn't she know? There's a lot of nuance going on. Then I saw this on Bravo, 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 Brie. There was a clip. They're showing Olandria and was it Zach? I think Zach and Olandria were talking. And then in the background, you hear someone say, "You can't do that," or "You can't do this." And fans are speculating that it was Cierra yelling when she found out. I don't know. Let's see. La Dama Marcano said, "The word she said in Spanish translated to chinito." Is that, oh God, I hope I don't get canceled. Is that word derogatory? I don't know. Not paid by anyone said, "I never liked Cierra. She is fake and phony and very calculated." This slur was the last drop for me, so not paid by anyone. Yeah, I really I was trying to give grace and give her a chance, but when I saw this second one, I was like, I really don't like this. No. So she's gone. But that made me wonder, is Huda next? And I saw this on reality_recap. It said fans are calling for Huda's removal from Love Island after an old TikTok video surfaced of her singing the N-word. So I have a video. And this is from Steph with the Deets. Bella, don't forget Bella. She was one of the original Islanders who got out. But I guess she spoke on this because she's part Asian.
Has put out a statement in regards to Cierra's racist comments. She posted this to her IG story. She wrote, "As a proud Asian American woman, I am deeply appreciative of the Love Island USA producers for taking a stand and making it clear that racism of any kind is not tolerated. When I first saw what my fellow Islanders said on her social media pages, I was incredibly heartbroken, but I wanted to wait until they left the villa and they were able to address the situation, genuinely apologize, and commit to learning from the experience before deciding how our relationship would look moving forward. As screenshots continued to surface, it became clear that I could no longer support this person and made the decision to unfollow them a couple of days ago. Asian hate is oftentimes overlooked and dismissed, but being a first-generation American, I have personally witnessed and experienced how real and hurtful comments like these are. It is my hope that this situation can help shed light on how big of an issue anti-Asian hate actually is. Just like so many other Asian Americans, my mom immigrated here to create a better life for her and her future family. Knowing the hardships she and so many others have faced, I cannot be silent any longer. Because what good is this amazing platform God and you have all given me if I don't use it to amplify the voices of my community? I do not condone bigotry or racism of any kind, but I also don't condone hate either. Please think twice before leaving unkind comments to or about this person." Beautifully said by Baldasha. I have a feeling that after Baldasha saw this that was going around on social media, that's when she decided to unfollow Cierra. Because at first maybe she thought Cierra used that word and she did not know that it was a slur. But then a couple days ago, this was going around where someone literally messaged her, replying to her story, which said, "Ooh, girl, this is derogatory." The person went as far as to send the definition of the word that she used. And what did Cierra say? "Oh man, thankfully that's not how I used it." But that's exactly how she used it. But I am so glad Baldasha spoke out because I think it will mean a lot to people hearing from her.
Oh, that's another layer added. So somebody educated her and she just kind of like, what? She brushed it off? What do you guys think? I think I need my inhaler right now. Yeah, I'm glad Bella spoke out. And like I said, obviously, I do not condone any use of racial slurs. I also feel like at the same time, I think I am allowed to say you also shouldn't just go attack those people because of what they've done. Like she's got her punishment. I hope she learns from this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Will she learn from this? I mean, when this kind of stuff happens, I don't really I try to think about this from a higher level, and I'm really glad that Love Island took action. Like I already said, I'm just repeating myself, so let me move on. And again, Ariana had to address people harassing the Islanders on After Sun. We do not want people to do this. Just stop doing that, guys. Oh my gosh. All right. Are we done with Love Island? No, we have more. Okay, last night I fell asleep because I had allergies and took a Benadryl and I couldn't finish, but they had babies. And I was like, why are these producers doing this? This is so diabolical. Like, no one even likes each other for real. Why are we now giving them babies? Look at Huda and Chris. She was about to lose her mind on him. She's like, you have to take care of the baby better. I'm like, oh God. And during this yoga session, she's she was starting. She was mumbling under her breath. She's like, well, fuck me then. And I think, I have to say, I like Chris. I think he knows how to handle Huda. It takes a real man to handle someone like Huda. But we have Nick and Andrea, they're talking, and they have their baby or whatever. And I thought it was so funny because Nick goes, one of the first things, they're like trying to be a couple and they have this baby. They're talking about, like, he could have asked anything literally, but the first thing he says is like, would she be okay with being a single mom? I was like, I was gagged when he said that. I couldn't believe that was the first question. But Olandria just like, it just rolled off her. She just answered. And I was like, I would have been like, why, Nick? Are you going to leave me as a single mom? Like, why are you asking me this? But I think we find out later. I already said this. I like Chris and how he handled approaching Huda. Good job. Okay, so then they go back to Nick and Olandria. And Nick goes, yeah, I use ChatGPT to look up how to be a single dad. That like blew me away. I was like, what did he just say? Why? I have never, and I've said this on prior live streams in the past, but I have said, I want to know a man who wants to have a child by himself. And I guess that's Nick. I've never, like, are there a lot of people like this? Oh my gosh. I could not believe that. So maybe that's why Nick asked Olandria, would you be okay with being a single mom? Because in his mind, he's in that mindset of like, yeah, I always wanted to be a dad and I would even be a single dad, which is like, I was shocked, really, truly, beyond. And I already said this, but I don't believe anyone actually likes anyone on this show. And if everything feels so phony, fake, forced, fraudulent, I don't like it. I feel like they're trying to fool us. And I don't like that. Don't con me to my face. Oh, and then on this last episode last night, they got a text saying the Hideaway was open and that they have to, or they get to vote for one of the couples to go in. They voted Amaya and Brian. I was like, okay, that's fine. But what even is this? Like, are they supposed to get naked and have sex? Like, what? This is like crossing a line, right? Is there insurance for this liability on this show? I'm like scared. But as Amaya and Brian were going, and they like put on this whole thing. All the girls are around Amaya, they're helping her get ready to look sexy, all this stuff. I'm like, is this normal? And they go. The rest of the couples, the rest of the people are cheering for them. They're like, woohoo, eat that kitty in the Hideaway or whatever. And I was like, huh? Where are your parents? Why? Why are they doing this? Oh my gosh. I am mortified. I don't know. Maybe because like I think about my mother. And if she ever watched this show, she'd probably like lose her mind because in Korean media, they don't even kiss. Like holding hands on TV in Korea is a big deal. So this show is nuts. Oh my God. So fucked up. All right, let's move on from Love Island. We've been here for a while, but I did see this. Where did I get this? I saw the funniest reel from the Saffron Diaries _ on Instagram. It was like the Love Island intro music, and it says Junho entering as a new bombshell after accidentally finding the Love Island instead of the Squid Game Island. So the reason I put this in here was, one, it's hilarious because if you're a Squid Games person, you may know that season 3 is now out on Netflix. It's only 6 episodes, so it was an easy binge. But I was dying laughing because literally Juno, this character in Squid Game, for 3 seasons, he's been looking for this island. And I just love, I don't know where they got this video, but he's like walking very sassy. I loved it. I love Juno. Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's go to a little break from Love Island, and I'll give you a quick life update. During this brief reality TV meltdown, I ran out of Rise matcha, which was devastating, I know. So I'm back on the OG Rise mushroom coffee, and I would say that she's pulling her weight. I've worked out twice. Yeah, which is basically Olympic athlete status for someone who watches as much TV as I do. So if you're like me, trying to stay healthy-ish while staying completely inside your home, go to risesuperfoods.com and use code JennyBlaze15 for 15% off. Your gut will thank you. Your nervous system will chill. Your skin might even start giving main character energy. And I have to say, I have not gotten sick once, knock on wood, since starting Rise. So the immune support may be working, and you can go ahead and try it out for yourself. The link is in the show notes. Next up, real quick, Mad Labs. I've been talking about this, but I kind of am like really, really loving these new cards. This, my new favorite strain or flavor is grapefruit slushy. It's good. I like a citrus strain, and this is a sativa, so I use it during the day, and then at night I've been using Gorilla Glue, which is a hybrid. I like them. They're good. You can go check out at madlabs.official on Instagram and go see if the nearest dispensary has them in stock, so you can go try them out. Okay, also, before we get to the Bravo TV news, I have a little unboxing here. This is, I didn't even open this yet. This is from Happy Vibes. Excuse me. Let's see. Trying to make it sound like I'm actually doing something. Okay. So, I love medicinal shrooms. This Smarties Shrooms Premium Gummies, I'm going to try these out. They have 150 milligrams of lion's mane. I used to grow lion's mane. 75 milligrams of chaga. Chaga is like my ultimate mushroom. I try to get chaga whenever I can, but chaga is like, you have to be careful when you harvest it in the wild because people are like over harvesting, and it's a mushroom that takes like a very long time to grow. So be careful where you get or where you source your chaga from. And then it has, excuse me, 25 milligrams of ashwagandha, which I think is supposed to be like a natural mood enhancer. Probably need that when I'm watching Love Island. I will try those out and let you guys know. Excuse me. All right, let's move on. What do we got next? Add to the stage. We're going to go into Bravo TV news. First up, we have, oh God, these two. The Badors. And not the Storms, Badors. So I saw this on Reality Blurb. We talked about this last week. The headline says that the photos, Real Housewives of Orange County alum David Bador is spotted with his wife Leslie at a resort just days after he filed for divorce and a restraining order against her. Like, what? Can you guys? I'm done. I'm never talking about them ever again. I've had enough. We're done here. Okay, let's move on to something better. Southern Charm, Madison LaCroix, has her second baby. The baby's name, she had a baby girl named Teddy, and they're just so cute. I freaking love Madison. I love her family, everything about them just so cute. And I even have a little video that she posted that I'm going to share with you all.
So we're on the way to the hospital. We got all checked into the hospital. Water did break. I still feel really good. Brett is en route. Made it.
Yeah. Almost there.
Almost there. I'm about to have a contraction right now. Hudson, are you ready?
Oh, they're so cute. I love Madison. Okay. Speaking of Southern Charm, I saw this on It's a Bravo World. The Southern Charm boys are in Mexico on a cash trip, and is Craig growing a beard? So in this picture, we have Austin, Craig, Schlepp, and Rodrigo. I just hope that Craig has his own room, or else there will be hell to pay. Remember how mad he was in the Bahamas because he had to share a room with Austin? Oh my gosh, Craig. I love when he's a diva, though. Like, it's funny to me. Oh, Craigie. Gregory. What's next? We have Summer House. So over the weekend, we had July 4th. We know that Summer House starts filming on that weekend usually. So some people were posting. This first one is from Bravo Love Baby _ Summer House filming. There, I saw Kyle. I saw Jesse. We see Cierra. Bravo Sips posted a picture of Kelly Justin Dillard. He's apparently one of the new Summer House cast members. His abs are sick. Look at these abs. Is that real? They're so amazing. They look fake. Like, I think they're real, though. I haven't seen abs like this on anyone in a long time. Like, I need to know his workout routine so I don't do it myself. Not like I'm going to do it myself, but maybe I should do it like one time in my life. See how it feels. Let's see. This is from Bravo and Cocktails. There's a video of O'Sheen from Southern Hospitality. And don't forget, he was on like one episode of Vanderpump Rules as Brock's friend who smacked Charlie's ass. I don't know what season that was, but that happened for sure. And then he was the milkman on Southern Hospitality. I thought he wasn't coming back to Southern Hospitality season 3, which I believe is filming right now, right? I could be wrong about that one. Don't take my word for that. I thought maybe they haven't started yet, but I'm hoping O'Sheen is not on. Why is he there? Why is he hanging out with them? Is he hanging out with Maddie Reese and Joe Bradley, though, who were also seen in the Hamptons this weekend? Another person that was in the Hamptons this weekend was Luann. I wonder if they all met up. Yeah, we don't want O'Sheen. No O'Sheen, please. Okay, and then I saw this on Bravo Sips. One of the new guys, his name is, what's his name? I don't know yet, but apparently he's a Ford model. This is from Bravo and Cocktails. Rumor new Summer House housemate Ben Waddle from Australian Bachelor. Is he Australian? I love an Australian accent. And I would like to ask firsthand, one-on-one, how do Australians learn how to read the word line, L-I-N-E, versus loin, L-O-I-N? I need to know. I know there's some Australian listeners here, so someone tell me, please. I think I asked Captain Carey and he never told me. Also saw this on Bravo and Cocktails. 2 new girls. I was laughing because their names are Levi or Levy and Bailey. And last season we had Bailey with 2 E's and Lexi. What is happening? Why are they doing this? Let's see. It says spotted this weekend partying with West, Jesse, and fellow newbie KJ. This is a lot. I don't want this. Do you guys want this? What do we want? I don't even know what we want. But let's talk about this new topic. New headline. I saw it first on the Talk of Shame from TMZ. Denise Richards' husband files for divorce. Not Denise, the husband, who is Aaron Fippers. I really, really hope that season 2 of Denise Richards and Her Wild Things is filming soon or already, because we need this. Then I saw this from the Bravo docket right before we started live streaming. Aaron files for divorce. So he's the one who did it. Excuse me, I already said that. And seeks $105K in spousal support. Yo, this man. No. The next one says, in the filing, Aaron, far from a fashionista, in my opinion, seeks $20K a month to support his clothing budget? What? Excuse me? The rest of it, $15K on dining out, $10K on groceries, $5K on laundry, $15K on entertainment, $7K on childcare. Though he claims there are no minor children in the divorce, what about, what didn't they adopt their daughter together, or was that only Denise? You know what? I'm mad. I'm mad for Denise. This is outrageous. This is absurd. This should be illegal. No husband should ever be asking his wife for money. Yeah, I said it, Luann. Yeah. I see Aaron in a completely different light. This is gross to me. He's not a man. What are you going to spend all this money on? What do you mean you need $15K on entertainment? What do you mean you spend $25,000 a month just on eating? That's not normal for anybody. What are you talking about? This is nuts. Nuts. I'm pissed off. And $20K a month on clothes? Hey, you know what? Shein has a lot of clothes. A lot of options. Just kidding. We don't like fast fashion. Gosh, can't say anything anymore. But what the fuck? What the fuck, Aaron? Oh, Max said, I read he lost his business. Is that why he filed for divorce? Oh, what? Don't forget, season 1 of Denise Richards and Her Wild Things, there was a confessional with her and Aaron sitting there. They're talking about, oh, would you guys ever get a divorce or something like that? And she was like, no. Even if we don't want to be together, we wouldn't go through all that. Really? Well, you are now. I hope she got a prenup. I hate him now. He's done. He's done to me. Okay, let's go to the Bravo TV lineup. Wow, I am like disgusted. Okay, this week, there was no Real Housewives of Atlanta. We had the finale last week. There's no new episode. I don't know why. Some people say because of July 4th. I think that's ridiculous. Like, that is when we are all home watching TV. We want TV. Gosh, so annoyed about that. So we didn't have a new episode, but I did find one little tiny clip from Andy talking to the women. I think Drew was late, and so they were just trying to get something, I guess. And Andy asked who they all keep in touch with from other franchises. And I love that Shamia said that her and Sheena stay in contact ever since Upfronts, which was only like a few months ago, but still, I'm here for that friendship. Okay, let's move on to Below Deck. Season 12, Episode 6, Yachtchella. Kyle and Solene's relationship takes an unexpected turn, complicating the dynamic within the deck team. Barbara and Solene grow weary of their second stew. Fraser scrambles to put together an ambitious party for the incoming charter guests. So, I told you already, we got Boatmances hookup number 3. We are just getting started, too. I told you, once the gates were open, the flood would just come out. This is now turning into a love triangle because in the episode, Solene makes out with Jess. She's grinding on Jess. They sleep together. They make out some more. I think they sleep together 2 nights. But then Kyle, who she already slept with, like one charter before, he's still trying to get it. And they have a kiss at one moment. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to it. I heard that, or didn't they say like there's a threesome and like a foursome? I said I hate Love Island, but like, I don't know why Below Deck, it feels like it's okay. Because it's natural. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I love that Solene, Solene, I think, wasn't she on Love Island? Someone said she was on Love Island from a different franchise, like UK or something, which if that's the case, that's kind of funny because she's kind of doing the same thing she would have done on Love Island, if that's true. But yeah, she's doing her thing. Okay, girl, get it. Hashtag women in male dominated fields. Love that for her. You go, girl. Oh my gosh. So we got our new bosun because Carrie fired the old bosun finally. Thank God. We have Hugo. And Hugo is so cute. Look at him. His baby picture is adorable. I'm obsessed with it. He's like chunky and cute. I love it. And he actually is good looking in real life. And they do a, what do you call it? Launch? What is it called when you leave the dock? Whatever. They were taking off and Hugo had it. He had it all together. He's like, gotcha, Captain. He's already doing things before the captain even has to say anything. It was a major turn on and it gave me a yachting boner. Hugo, I'm here for him. I like that we have a new bosun who knows what he's doing. I don't think I've ever had a below deck boner before. Also, Hugo, I think he's in a relationship, like long-term, serious relationship. I don't know if he's married, but he said they're also like in an open relationship. And like the way he talked about it seemed like it was no big deal. And I need to hear the girl side because I don't trust a man when he says that. I need to hear her side of the story. This episode, I love Captain Carey because these guests suck right away. And he checks in frequently with his crew. He says to them straight up, demanding we can do when it comes to the guests. Rude and demeaning we cannot do. And that's why I love him. I love Captain Carey. Get it? It feels like he's protecting his crew. And that's something that Captain Sandy has never made me feel ever. So I love that about Captain Carey. And these guests are straight up trash. They are demeaning. They're gross. Their behavior is gross. Just the way they talk and their expectations. Ugh, it's gross. Trash. Okay, let's move on to the McBee Dynasty. The Benadryl was working. At this point in the night, I woke up and I was like, I don't even really remember the McBee Dynasty. But after thinking about it, I think I got it now. So we had McBee Dynasty Season 2, Episode 2, Ditched for Dallas. The truth as to why Kala. The truth as to why Kala has been estranged from the family is revealed, forcing her to make a huge choice. Christy, the McBee's mother and ex-wife to their father, joins her sons to help them through their time of need. Okay. Like I said, I'm not saying I love this family by any means, but this show is pretty good. There's no denying that. And let me just break down this dynamic for you. So Steve McBee Sr. is the one who built this McBee Dynasty. Excuse me. Steve Jr. is trying to step up because Steve Sr. disappeared. He abandoned the business, and now Steve Jr. is on high alert, stressed out all the time because he's worried about paying $6 million in payroll every month. And he's just he is very fragile right now. He's snapping very easily. And we see that with his brothers, but don't forget his longtime girlfriend, who I'm pretty sure they met on Joe Millionaire, right? They're still dating. How long ago was Joe Millionaire? It feels like 10 years ago at least. But they're dating, and the poor girl, her sister passed away recently, and she noticed this strain with all of the other, the brother, Steve's brothers, because there's 4 brothers, their girlfriends and wives or fiancés or whatever, or baby mamas. And she's like, I don't understand what's going on. And I didn't get it either. I'm like, why are they being so mean to her? Her sister just died. What the fuck is going on? Why aren't they asking if she's okay or anything? And we find out that her boyfriend, Steve Jr., is the one who was talking smack and telling them don't, she doesn't like you or something like that, talking bad about her. And that pissed me off beyond belief. I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. I already felt that way about Steve Sr. He's a posh. Well, I don't know if he's a POS for sure. I don't know about the rest. Oh, actually, no, he is a posh because he had Galyna, the Russian woman who is their CFO, start working for the company. She's bringing in money. They're doing great. He has an affair with Galyna, and that causes him to have a divorce with his wife, the McBee matriarch. He tells the wife who started a business, you're going to run this business into the ground. You don't know what you're doing. Well, since getting rid of that dead weight and that piece, that posh POS, she has grown her business 3 times over and is driving around a Lamborghini. So, in your face, Steve Sr., I hate you. I hate him so much. And now I'm hating Steve Jr. because how dare you? I cannot, a man who talks smack about his girl is not a man to me. Sorry. You can wear all the cowboy hats you want, but you are not a man. Ugh. I hope they're at BravoCon. I need to go off. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't. But I would be looking very, very negatively at them. I'll be giving them the side eye for sure. So while I hate the Steves, I don't really hate the other brothers. They actually seem like they might be decent guys. They're I've never seen men work on wedding invitations in my life, but here we are. There's a picture of these 2 brothers working on wedding invitations together, and I thought that was so cute. Aw, this is what we need from men. Actually, we don't need that from men, but a man who's willing to do this is a man to me. Oh, man. Yeah, so I tweeted, what is wrong with Steve Jr.? I'm about to dump him for Kayla or Kala. I want to call her Kayla, but it's Kala, I guess. I'm glad that she left. She left, and good. Bye, Steven. I would have kicked him. Kicked him in his butt. Out the door. Peace. Deuces. Douchebag. God, I hate him so much. I was so triggered, even in my Benadryl state. And it's all coming back to me now. Okay. Is that it? Oh my gosh. We're done already? Okay, what do we have on deck? So tonight is today's Tuesday. We have The Valley tonight. A lot going on there with Janet going private, then going to Sweden or something, and people sending her death threats and claiming that she fled the country because of it, but really she had this trip planned for like 6 months. And we'll talk about it on Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern on YouTube when we live stream again. But what else do we have going on? Next Gen NYC. I like this show better than The Valley. Sorry. That could change someday. But as of right now, I am more into Next Gen NYC. But we have a lot of dirt on Charlie. It's coming out. I thought it was bad already, and I had a feeling that there was going to be a lot that would come out, but I didn't think it was going to be at this level. So we will talk about that on Thursday. Miami, oh my gosh. So we have Stephanie, the new housewife. She came out on the last episode. Since then, I have been sent so much information about this woman. I'm scared a little bit. Not completely, but I just don't understand how people can like go on TV with skeletons in their closet and think that it's not going to come out. Also, I saw something about Todd. Right after him and Alexia got divorced, he bought a $4-point-something million penthouse or something. I hate him. I hate him so much. What an asshole. He clearly divorced Alexia for financial reasons. He doesn't want to share his finances with her or something. But Alexia, Alexia's the problem right now because she's allowing this. And she's like, I love Todd. I love Todd. He divorced you. He's using you. And don't forget what he did to Frankie. I'm mad. And also, if you're listening and you don't watch Miami, you need to, because it's the best, one of the best franchises. For me, I think if I were to rank them, Salt Lake City goes first, then Miami. So you need to catch up. And the first 3 episodes are so funny. So just for comedy purposes, you need to watch. What else? We have the premiere of The Real Housewives of Orange County on Thursday night. So we're not going to talk about this on Thursday's live stream, obviously, but it's coming up, and already I'm seeing a lot of crazy stuff going on. Some of it has to do with Katie, Janella, and the ongoing feud with Emily Simpson. Emily apparently hired an attorney. That seems excessive. Like, why did she hire an attorney? I don't know, but I guess somebody sent me something where there's a content creator involved in this storyline as well. And I'm like scared. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? And of course, we're still going strong with Love Island. I'm glad that it's almost over. Sunday apparently is the finale, so yeah, I'm ready for it to be over. I don't know if I'm going to go through this experience again. We will see. But yeah, I'll be watching Love Island, and that's all we have for today. That's a wrap on today's unfiltered and unhinged episode of Bravo and Blaze with your host, Jenny Blaze. Don't forget, we go live every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Join the live chat, bring your shady opinions, and let's spiral together in real time. If you can't catch it live, watch the replay on YouTube or listen on your favorite podcast platform. We're everywhere. Follow at Bravo and Blaze on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Facebook, and Twitch, wherever you spend your time, your virtual time scrolling. Subscribe to YouTube at Jenny Blaze and click the bell so you never miss our live streams. Join Patreon for bonus content at patreon.com/Bravo and Blaze. grab your signature lighter at grab your signature lighter at bravoandblaze.com and get on the email list for secret drops, updates, and first looks, all at bravoandblaze.com. Share the episode, post your screenshots, tag me in your chaos. We will see you Thursday at noon. Until next time, stay lit. Mwah.